Hi, what's up everyone? So my name is Terumi. So today what I want to say to you is you can definitely become a Japanese speaker, which is if your first language is English, then second language if it's Japanese, then which means you can be a bilingual even if you're over 30, over 40, over 50. I am 36 years old. Until when I was 30, I could speak only Japanese. You know, so many people believe bilingual, trilingual, multilingual it must be everybody, like from children, they need to start. And because my mother is Japanese, my father is American, that's why I am bilingual. No. You know, at the same time, so many actually like foreign family cannot speak actual local language sometimes, or they cannot speak in the mother language, which is mother speaking Spanish, but they are living in Japan, so they speak only Japanese, for example. This thing is happen all the time. So which means it's not necessary that is your mother and your father must be like a Japanese or American or even Spanish or French. It doesn't matter. It's all about training. If their parents give the good training, yes, they can be a bilingual. But you don't need help from the parents. If you really want to be a bilingual, you just need a right training to become a bilingual, to become a trilingual and multilingual. So let's go back to my actual experience, which is I was not the person who grew up with the international society. You know, my father is Japanese, my mother is Japanese, and the entire my old friends is Japanese. Like where is like an American person, like an English speaker? No one. Like until age 30, I really didn't meet almost no one who can speak native like foreign language. Doesn't matter English or Spanish. I meet only Japanese in my life. But I just decided to become a bilingual first when I was 30. So, many people don't believe, no, I am not child. I cannot be a bilingual. Bilingual training must start from the young age. No, believe me, right now, I'm speaking English, right? That was just 6 years ago. 6 years ago. What I did these 6 years, pronunciation training. And what is a natural phrases. You know what? It's Japanese phrases to English phrases is totally different mentality. If you start from scratch, which is from the grammar and the writing, and then mostly people focus on the proficiency. I can't be a bilingual because this is about writing. This is about grammar. So many actually native speakers don't know what is their native language grammar. Believe me, try to ask 100 of Japanese, native speaker. Try to ask which person really explain whole Japanese grammar. They even never, think about it. We never think about it. What about you? You are maybe native English speaker. Do you really think about English grammar all the time to try to speak? No. It's just coming out, from your mouth naturally. Which means people can speak without grammar knowledge. And why you need to start from grammar, which is Japanese language is one of the most difficult language, one of the very, very different language from English. If you start from grammar, good luck. It's gonna take time, and maybe it's gonna take maybe 10 years, maybe 20 years. And then, you are working, you have a family, or you need to do other stuff, you don't have time, and mostly, people are giving up. And then people say, oh, grammar was difficult. Oh, I'm very bad at study. That's why I couldn't achieve. No. Believe me, what is a bilingual training. You didn't do this bilingual, trilingual, this multilingual training. You just did the grammar study, nothing else, which is one of the most boring parts, right? Like when you start a language, if you start from grammar, who is really happy? Yes, I love grammar, yes, but I don't care how much I can speak. No, most of people want to speak, right? That's the most fun part. Look here, I meet French, British, and some people are Greek, and some people are actually, so many foreigners I'm meeting every day. And I think about only which language I need to speak to this person, and natural just chatting, like how's going in English and how's going in Greek, like tikanis, like posise, or like how's going to Japanese if somebody here. Actually, I'm here in the Japanese office, so then I actually speak to Japanese. 最近どうですか? ここ長いんですか? Like, are you working a long term, or like how's going? Where are you from? From Tokyo, Osaka? 東京出身なんですか? 大阪出身なんですか? もうここ長いんですか? Are you working here like long term? Are you from Tokyo? Are you from Osaka? This small chat. And then if you can do so many languages, if you're working especially in the international society, or if you are living in Japan, of course, you want to talk this small chatting, right? And this knowledge is not coming from the grammar textbook. Believe me. This is speaking training. The pronunciation is very, very, very important, because whenever I go to the taxi and go to this like a different office, and oh wow, you can speak Greek? Yeah, nah, this speaking speed and pronunciation of people are just checking. Oh, this person can speak because she speaks very naturally, very fast. So I trust that she can understand everything what I said. But this, speaking training cannot be done with this grammar textbook. Believe me. Even thousands of hours if you spend with grammar textbook, believe me, your pronunciation is still maybe horrible. And that's why people are asking you, nani? Like, what are you saying? Or maybe it's very slow, like even like simple sentences. Like, how is going? 最近どうですか? Oh, okay. I can speak English. It's okay. You don't need to speak Japanese because it seems like you are really having difficulties. Then of course, oh my God, I have to study. People believe I have to study, right? And then again, like go to the grammar book and whatever. This is not a bilingual, trilingual, or multilingual, even not speaking training. If you want to speak, simply you need to learn natural phrases, pronunciation training, and how to ask nicely, how to answer nicely, how to start making conversation. What is the first phrases when you actually visit like this office? This is not my company. Actually, I'm visiting different office, and I meet every time stranger, and I don't know. Then what I do? What are you doing here? Like, how many years are you working? Or like, actually, I came here, and for my this is the reason. It's just small chat, right? And this phrase is how you're gonna start in Japanese. This, several typical phrases, and you can actually start speaking. You can understand, what people usually answer, which is listening training, and you can actually again give the feedback. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you so much. ありがとう。知らなかったよ。本当ありがとうございます。You can actually start making the conversation. This is the first communication skill. But believe me, you cannot learn the communication from the textbook. You learn random words, grammar, which is when you're speaking, you're not thinking about grammar, or even you cannot think about like thousands of words. So that's why maybe if you are not doing the speaking training, that's the maybe reason you are not speaking. So simply, you just need right speaking training, so you can definitely speak. And I feel like amazing because whenever I visit, I can speak English, I can speak Greek, and I can speak to the Japanese people also, like office. There are several Japanese, and wow, like I feel like I am in the center of the conversation. Like I can connect even the people. I can hear so many languages, and I can hear everything. I can understand everything. This is amazing because these 6 years I was just doing this presentation and speaking training. Believe me, if you visit my home, there's no grammar textbook. Believe me. So that's why you don't need to study. You need to do this speaking training. So if you are struggling to become an actual real Japanese speaker, believe me, you can do this, and you can visit our website, japanlanguagefactory.com. 2 months master course. You'll be able to speak Japanese in 2 months. Stop doing this grammar study. So if you want to change your life with a Japanese speaking skill, seriously, join our master course, 2 months. So you can be ready to communicate with Japanese people after 2 months. So for example, you can maybe make Japanese friends, you can enter the Japanese company, you can try more conversation with Japanese people every day. So that's why your speaking skill grow up every day. So these 2 months, we're gonna make the foundation of your Japanese speaking skill. Then you can start speaking with Japanese people, real life or social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, or anywhere that you can actually have the chance to speak. So if you really want to change your life, seriously, use Japanese communication skill, speech skill, presentation skill, for the business, for the private. Let's join the master course.